Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where it seems that Treyarch has made several mistakes when updating Black Ops 6 Zombies here in Season 1 that you should definitely be aware of when you hop in game. It also seems like Treyarch has secretly added new side Easter eggs to the Black Ops 6 Zombies maps, and there's oh so much more to talk about. So without further ado, let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. First up, when you hop into Black Ops 6 Zombies after the latest update, I would probably suggest that you stay away from using any assault rifles right now, any ARs in the game, as even though Treyarch announced that ARs would be getting a major buff in this latest update, something seems to have gone terribly wrong when Season 1 launched, absolutely destroying the damage values of ARs in Zombies right now. Zombies YouTuber Smart Guy noting that it seems like the effective damage range for ARs has been basically cut in half. I've seen other players reporting that their ARs are basically doing half damage right now. We do know that Treyarch is aware of this problem. It affects both multiplayer and zombies, so expect an update soon there. But an additional warning that if you use the AK-74 in your own game, Treyarch notes that there's some odd issues with the recoil of that weapon right now, where when you fire it off, it'll actually recoil down instead of up, making it just feel insane to use in zombies right now. Another change that seems like it was totally unintentional by Treyarch, I'm not sure really what they changed here, but there's now a big problem with your player's movement speed when you're playing zombies in Season 1, where your sprint speed, especially when reloading now, slows your character down so much. I've heard people saying it's like you're walking in molasses, man. The movement right now feels absolutely awful in the zombies mode. You'll notice it as soon as you spawn in and start to play a few rounds. The good news here is that Treyarch seems to agree with the community manager responding to a zombie speedrunner, trying to specifically nail down the movement related problems after Season 1 went live in the Zombies mode. The other problem that is plaguing Zombies players is that the crafting bench is absolutely broken right now. Treyarch tweeting out that we're investigating an issue in Zombies where players can only craft and use one lethal or tactical at a time at the crafting table. This basically means that if you craft like one tomahawk or one stun, you can't craft anymore. It thinks your inventory is totally full, so it'll hard cap you at that point. Kind of annoying, especially if you want to like fill up on decoys. You won't be able to do it using the crafting bench right now. But along with this latest update, Treyarch did do something within the Zombies mode that is entirely unexpected, and it seems like they have added new, pretty major side Easter eggs to the Black Ops 6 Zombies maps. We know this because trusted Call of Duty leaker Alex was able to dump the code of the game after the latest update, took a look at what was inside, and figured out that there's likely a new Easter egg, probably on Liberty Falls, that gives you a free pack-a-punched weapon from the mystery box when you complete it. If it is an easy Easter egg to do, I can definitely see this being pretty useful in early rounds on Liberty Falls. There was a long period of time in the Zombies mode that when Treyarch released a map, they would not add anything to it, definitely not Easter eggs, with new updates into the game as time has gone on, but they ended up breaking that rule back in Black Ops Cold War. If you guys remember the map Mauer der Toten, that was DLC 2 in that game. Treyarch ended up adding a brand new Easter egg onto that map when a new season launched, so we know that they have done it before, and it seems like in this case they are doing it again here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. And hey, if they did end up adding this new Crate Power Easter egg onto the maps right now, perhaps there are other Easter eggs they've added right now as well that we just haven't discovered yet. Though we seem to know that it is in the game, steps on how to actually complete this Easter egg have not been solved yet. So I would encourage you to hop in your own games, see if you can see anything new, and try to be the first in the world to discover this new Easter egg. Next up, thanks to Zombies YouTuber MrRoflWaffles, we now know of another issue that seems to have cropped up here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I have seen some reports that this has been in the game since launched. It is not fun, where if you do get surrounded and pop the anywhere but here Gobblegum, which should could teleport you to a new location on the map, there is a split-second moment where your character can still take damage during the Gobblegum and teleporting animation, making it so that when you use the gum, the zombies will still take you down and end your game. And as you can see by Waffles' expression, yeah, that's definitely not supposed to happen. So if you are running the Anywhere But Here Gobblegum in your own game, be aware that it might not save you in the end. Next up, do you want to see something dumb? Yes? Okay, well then look at this new blueprint weapon that was added in season here in Black Ops 6, and as you can see, this is the XM4 with an interesting scope iron sight combination. Not exactly sure how usable this will be in game, you know, going for headshots, not being able to see a thing. But it definitely at least looks interesting, so we'll have to give it that. Next up, the RayGun got a brand new skin within a bundle here in Season 1. It honestly looks kind of similar to the one you get for beating the Liberty Falls Easter egg, but in this case, what's really cool is the weapon inspect animation. And at least you gotta hand it to Treyarch here for being creative, that's for sure. And next up, I've seen a few players report this now, and this is gonna get very annoying very quickly for a bunch of Zombies players if this happens more frequently, where Pop Shop Games over on Reddit noticed that after he used his mutant injection, there seemed to be a ball of light that followed his character wherever he went. No matter what he did, switching weapons didn't matter, this thing followed him. And I gotta say, even just staring at it on the screen for a few seconds, I can see how this would get annoying pretty darn quick in your Zombies match. Next up, while there is some glaring problems with the latest Season 1 update here in Black Ops 6 Zombies that we've talked about, there is a lot of good new stuff within this content update in the Zombies mode too, but one thing that Treyarch said they'd fix that they definitely didn't fix was this. Where over on Terminus, the amalgam was spitting players out into walls, meaning they couldn't move anywhere and pretty much had their game ended. Treyarch said they fixed it, but as evidenced by BLCB over on Twitter, they definitely did not. Just giving you another reason to keep your distance and avoid the range attacks of the amalgams on Terminus at this time. Next up, after today's update, I think you guys might get a kick out of this, where it seems like Treyarch was pressured to change some central UI elements of Black Ops 6 Zombies because of this post here by Terracell, who several weeks ago said, "Has anyone noticed how lazy some of the graphic design is here in Black Ops 6?" Pointing out that on the augment menu, the lines that connect different upgrades don't even match up. There is space in between them, and it obviously didn't look the greatest back before Season 1. Well, it seems like someone at Treyarch actually noticed that complaint, and now when you go into your augment research, this screen has been updated so that the lines connecting the different augments actually line up instead of looking like a mess like it did before. But hey, you gotta hand it to Treyarch for listening to the community on this one, I guess. Well, that wraps up the news today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm really excited to see what else is going to be found here in Black Ops 6 Zombies as a result of this update, the good and the bad, and you know we'll cover it here on the channel when we do. But until that time comes, I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you for another Zombies news video tomorrow. Peace!